Hi, my name is Gerhard Gschwandtner and welcome to Selling Power TV. Today we have the great pleasure of meeting with Tony Hughes. He comes from Sydney, Australia. Welcome, Tony.
Hey, Gerhard, it's a privilege to be on the show. Thanks for having me.
You wrote that book, Combo Prospecting. It was very successful. And now you have a new book called Tech-Powered Sales. What made you decide to write this new book?
Well, Tech-Powered Sales was the logical sequel to Combo Prospecting. So what Combo Prospecting was about was that buyers are hardwired today to ignore anybody that's a stranger or anybody that they feel is just blasting sales and marketing messaging at them. So Combo Prospecting talked about a whole lot of ideas and techniques for pattern interrupting the way the buyers tend to ignore sellers. And it helped people deliver amazing results all around the world. And right now, we are firmly in the fourth industrial revolution, where a lot of white-collar professions are really under threat. So what we're looking at in this book is how does a professional seller inoculate themselves from the AI apocalypse that could be coming. So in the book, we talk about how can you thrive in a digital first world? How can you use technology to create greater reach and effectiveness in what you do?
In the book, you state that a third of the field sales force will disappear in the future.
Absolutely, yes. Every person needs to provide the necessary level of value that actually funds their role. And relationships alone are not enough value for the buyer. You know, I was talking to a CEO a couple of weeks ago. They're a North American company. They lost two reps in two of their biggest territories in North America. And they had a look in their CRM after 4 months. Those two territories, Gerhard, were growing revenue and at the highest margin in North America, and they had no reps. They went and interviewed the customers and said, hey, we're really sorry we haven't gotten around to replacing the person who's looking after you, but we've noticed you're still trading really strong with us. Would you mind giving us some feedback? And to their dismay, what they discovered was that the buyer regarded the actual salesperson as an interruption of their day and someone that took them away from their customers, and that those people didn't really provide any value. Now, when they dug deeper and said, look, we spend a lot of money on these people for you, surely they provide a level of value. And the buyers universally, when they interviewed them, said, well, actually, yes, there's one thing that they do for us that we really do value. They help us get a discount.
The work of the seller is to an increasing degree being replaced by technology. Can you walk me through that trend and explain what and why is happening?
There's three main phases of selling, I guess. You know, there's opening. So we need to create opportunities and open. Then we need to qualify, discover, and progress those opportunities. And then at the end, we're trying to close the opportunity. The most difficult and the most important phase of selling, without doubt, is opening. So in tech-powered sales, we really focus on solving the top of the funnel problem. Now, if you have a look at where sellers spend most of their time, they think a lot about prospecting. They do a reasonable amount of planning for prospecting. They sometimes time block their prospecting, but generally speaking, they don't actually do much prospecting. We believe, Justin, Michael, and I, the co-author of the book, we believe that about 70% of what a B2B seller does today can be automated by technology. Every seller needs to develop their technical quotient. You have to know how to mash up a tech stack to increase your reach and effective. You need to, in essence, become person and machine, a little bit of a cyborg. So in the book, we provide lots of very specific examples of how to use tech. We list all of the tech. There's billions of dollars going into sales tech at the moment. It's just staggering.
What is your guide for sales leaders out there? What's your recommendation on how to develop that tech stack?
The truth today is differentiation is being built in the experiences that we create for customers. And you don't get to create a great customer experience unless you also firstly create a great employee experience. So there's the rise of RevOps, some would say sales ops, but it's really revenue operations to bring sales and marketing, service and support all together to deliver incredible customer experience and do a much better job of aligning our selling processes with the buyer's journey. So my advice to leaders is really focus on customer experience as the primary point of difference in how you go to market. And that means our sellers need to be more consultative, and we need to be able to enable them to do that at scale far more effectively.
What should sales leaders do to help salespeople become more proficient with not just selling skills, but also with tech skills?
So what sales managers need to do is they just need to keep removing excuses one by one from sellers until all that's left is accountability. And you know what that all begins with is let's make sure you're having the right conversations with people. Let's make sure you're targeting people with highest propensity to buy. Let's make sure you understand the people you're selling to, and you build a conversation that's all about them and their opportunity to drive improved results in their role, rather than conversations about us. But then the other piece of this is let's enable them with the right level of technology, hold them to account for using their tech stack, rather than treating it like a gym membership, you know, where someone's paying the fee every month, but they hardly ever go. Coaching is absolutely essential. And I build your coaching around accountability. Now, it's very important we do that with the right intent. The message we need to send to our sellers is we're all about them and their success, and holding them to account what they've committed to for their own reasons.
How can people get in touch with you?
You can find me obviously in LinkedIn, Tony Hughes in LinkedIn. I'd recommend you also connect with Justin Michael. My website is tonyhughes.com.au, and buy the book Tech Powered Sales. You'll find that available in all of the normal channels, ebook, audiobook. The paperback will be available at the end of September.
Thank you so much, Tony, for contributing to elevating the profession of selling.